Hello out there. Welcome to another episode of the Pickup Show. I am your host, Big Doc. My co-host right here, Al York from Al York Sports.
What's going on, everybody?
Hello.
We're back.
We are always
We're back.
We got some very, very big things coming up, man. I'm very excited about our recent and most beneficial, generous sponsor that is actually allowing us to do some recording in his establishment. So shouts out to Godfather and Cheetahs.
Yes,
Jack
sir.
Slammy, thank you.
Yes,
thank you. We can't wait to get there this Sunday, August 12th, and every Sunday from there on in at 8 o'clock, we're going to start with the live taping. So we encourage everybody to make sure that you get down there, have fun, come interact with us, because we're definitely going to talk to you. We want you to come and talk to us. We're going to talk football. We're going to talk basketball. We're going to talk boxing. There's going to be trivia. We're going to have some giveaways, things of that nature.
Free picks eventually.
Yeah, free picks eventually. Right now, we're still in the preseason because the NFL is back.
Yeah,
it's officially back. Now, granted, it is preseason, but if you're a serious football head and have been joning, I now have my methadone. I don't have to smack the heroin straight into my veins. I'm good now. Football's back. I have my fix now. I can actually sit there and watch football, and I know that it's meaningful. We do have a very, I'd say large. We say large? Large? Think large is a good word to use?
I guess.
We have a large array of games coming up tomorrow night, which is actually August 9th for preseason. So I'm going to run down a couple of games that I'm personally keeping my eye on. The Browns and the Giants. You got Tyrod Taylor. You got Baker Mayfield. You got Odell Beckham. Now, he may or may not play, but you got Saquon Barkley. Like, you have some of the most touted and talked about rookies that are coming into the game today that'll be facing off tomorrow. We also have the Steelers and the Eagles.
Yeah.
Now, I know, some people don't really care for it, but you got the Eagles that are coming off their Super Bowl win.
Right.
They're starting their repeat campaign to see what they're going to do. Personally, I'm interested to see in how they're going to handle the Carson Wentz and Nick Foles situation, because you have
that's an interesting topic. It really is.
I mean,
it really is.
You have your starting quarterback that went down, and then you have the backup quarterback that everybody had kind of written off. But he came in and...
I wouldn't say they wrote him off.
Oh, they wrote Nick Foles off.
You mean Foles? Okay, I thought you said they wrote Wentz off.
No.
Foles the one that was the real back.
No.
Okay, I got you.
Foles was a guy, and he did his thing.
Right.
Until, he messed around and got himself hurt. But...
So let me ask you right now.
Okay.
Right now, let's say you run the organization of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay.
Who you want right now to start the season beside the preseason? Let's take the preseason out. Who do you want to start? Because you got a young guy that took him on a crazy good run.
Right.
And then you had Nick Foles, who came in and salvaged their season and won them a Super Bowl.
Right.
So I would think, I'm not going to say what I think. I want to hear what you think first. Who should be the starting quarterback right now for the Eagles?
Well, make no mistake about it. Everybody knows, if you're really paying attention, everybody knows that Carson Wentz is the guy there. There's no getting around that.
No, he's their future.
His spot is solidified. The only reason he wasn't there was due to injury. But Carson Wentz, I believe, is going to be coming into the season this year with a chip on his shoulder, because technically he took them pretty much all the way, but got derailed due to injury. So
let me stop you real quick. He was on an MVP run.
Yeah, he was.
A lot of people don't remember that.
Oh no, without doubt. I honestly believe that.
Okay.
I support you 100% with that.
Okay.
But I think
that's why it's a tough choice for Peterson. But that's like a good problem to have.
I'm about to say I don't think it's a good problem to have. I don't think it's a tough choice. What I do believe is Nick Foles is kind of a bartering chip. But at the same time, it's like, okay, well, what if Wentz goes down again? You have that safety blanket where
that's why it's a good problem.
So I'm thinking that they're going to keep him, but my question is, how long can you really keep that dude? You have a Super Bowl winning quarterback as your backup. How long can you really?
Yeah, he's going to want out eventually. He's going to want to get big money.
Right. So it's going to be interesting to watch that one unfold. You have the Texans and the Chiefs.
Right.
I'm very, very interested in the Texans and the Chiefs because you have the quarterback for the Chiefs, the young fella, Mahomes, Pat Mahomes.
from what was it? Texas A&M? No, not A&M. Texas Tech.
Right, but I'm looking very much into seeing what he's going to do, because don't forget that this is a guy that they gave Alex Smith the boot for.
Right.
Which they shouldn't have. Alex Smith has been getting a real bad deal for the most part his whole career. He got booted out of Frisco behind Kaepernick, and you saw basically Frisco fell. So now, you're basically giving him the boot out of KC, and for this new unproven rookie.
Yeah, but this is the thing with Alex. He's proven that he can get you to the playoffs, but he can't get you over the hump. That's been proven. Well, it ain't it's been proven. That's why they shipped him out to Washington.
I will say that 1 year where he brought Frisco there. They were in the NFC Championship.
Like 2 times they were there, he failed.
Well, I will say that one time it wasn't his fault. Old boy muffed that punt.
Right.
He muffed the punt. I mean, I don't think he deserved all the death threats he got, but no, he did though.
No,
they ran him out of Frisco.
Yeah, I remember that.
I mean, could you imagine some of the calls he got?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm really going to hurt you, but that's neither here nor there. Sorry, Frisco. But I'm very interested to see how the Chiefs actually rebound from losing Alex Smith. Because when it really all boils down to it, he's a very good quarterback. He's a very good leader. He's proven. He's not going to turn the ball over like that. One of the main things they said about Alex Smith is that he can't throw the ball downfield. And last year, he went off.
Right.
He went off. So I'm interested to see what he's going to do in Washington.
Right.
But really more so what Kansas City is going to do without him.
And another thing is a money-safe situation for the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Because Alex wanted that money, and they wasn't going to renegotiate or give him a big contract. So they're going to roll their chips on the young boy Pat Mahomes from Texas Tech.
I'm with that. And then to round it off, we have the Cowboys and the Niners. The Cowboys.
That's my team on the low,
Cowboys,
man. They just can't get it right.
Well,
they can't get it right, man. They're like, can't get right, man. Remember Can't Get Right?
I do remember Can't Get Right.
Oh, man.
But I will say with the Cowboys, I'm very interested to see what Ezekiel Elliott and Dak Prescott are going to do. Right now, they lost a very big piece of their receiving core with Des Bryant leaving, as well as with Jason Witten leaving.
Right.
So my thing is, retiring. So my thing is, he ain't there.
Right.
So that's a big piece that's actually missing, to where now, let's see what your receiving core does. Because now with those two gone, whether Des Bryant played well or not, he still had to be accounted for.
Right.
You still had to account for that man. So with him gone and with Jason Witten gone, the focus is now on Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah, they're going to stack the line.
They're going to stack that box, and they're going to force Dak Prescott to throw.
We don't have no good receivers.
No, you don't.
So this is why I'm feeling bad for Dak, because Dak had a mediocre year last year after having a great year, and you're not giving him no weapons.
Well, that's that sophomore thing, man. Everybody knows about the sophomore thing.
No, but you got to give him some weapons, man. He got no weapons. I mean, no real weapons.
Well, maybe Mr. Austin will step up. Who knows? But I think that the Cowboys are weak in the receiving core.
Very weak, man.
And they're also weak with their DBs. They're weak in their secondary. So I think they're going to get beat a lot over the top. Sorry,
their defensive line and offensive line is solid. Their linebackers is above average.
Yeah, but if you can't get to the quarterback, then really you leaving your safety and your DBs out to dry.
No, but I'm saying their line is better.
Their line it's a little bit better than it was last year, but at the same time, I really don't see any major improvements that they made from last year to this year.
Right.
But that's what interests me about the preseason, because you get to see names that you normally wouldn't see before.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying.
So now you see them.
But don't take the preseason too serious, because you can have guys have terrific preseasons because they're playing against second and third teams.
Yeah.
And then when they go in the regular season, when everybody's first team, you don't see that pursuit the same way. For some reason, it's lacking that pursuit. They were providing through preseason.
Well, we'll definitely see how that plays out. But stay tuned. We got more to talk about here on the Pickup Show, man. Make sure you guys come back. You won't be sorry. We got more to talk about.
Don't go nowhere.
On the Pickup Show, baby. Hey, welcome back to the Pickup Show. Again, I'm your host, Big Doc, my partner, my co-host, Al York from Al York Sports. Again, like I say, we have a lot to talk about, and now we about to really get into the meat and potatoes. So I hope you're ready. Like I say, football season is back.
Yes, sir.
Al, what you got?
Well, which teams tell the viewers and everybody tuning in to us the sleeper teams that we think are going to come out this year. Not the good teams. If we're going to leave the Eagles out, we're going to leave the Patriots out, the Saints out.
Okay.
We're going to dig deep.
Okay. I will say, starting off with me, I'm going to say the San Diego Chargers.
I like that.
I mean, I'm sorry, the Los Angeles Chargers. I really got to get used to that. I honestly wish you guys would go back to San Diego. San Diego stop being so cheap. But I will say the Chargers are a serious team, in my opinion, a serious team to watch. Now, granted, for the past couple of years, they've been able to injury bug, but if you really look at it across the board, from their running back to their receivers, they have the 4 tallest receivers in the NFL sitting on one squad.
Yeah,
but each receiver
has a skill set,
even though that they're tall, one is speed, one is muscle, one is precision route running. Like, they have all of this.
What do you think about Mike Williams?
I think Mike Williams, he's coming in with a chip on his shoulder.
Most definitely.
Because he got injured, and he started well. He didn't do bad. So now he's really coming out with something to prove.
Right.
And don't forget, you still have Old Faithful. I wish you would retire. You can barely run, but you're still there. Antonio Gates. Just when you count this dude out, all of a sudden he magically appears, and he's either catching a touchdown or a first down or just doing something to wreck your whole card. Yeah. Thanks, Antonio. But honestly, I think, in my opinion, I think the San Diego Chargers are very, very strong. To come out of the AFC.
I'm going to support you on that. The problem with the Chargers the last couple of years has been they started off real slow due to the fact of the injury bug, and they wasn't winning the close games.
Well, no, they weren't.
So if they can somehow, with Phillip Rivers, and they got a lot of veterans, somehow pull off these close games early in the season, they in the playoffs.
I will say
they in the playoffs.
I will say the Chargers will probably start off a lot faster than normal as long as they can stay healthy.
Yeah.
My top two teams in the AFC West are going to be the Denver Broncos and the LA Chargers. LA Chargers. I think the Raiders are going to make a push, but I think they're going to fall short. Number one, they can't deal with Khalil Mack, so that's just what that is. But my major team out of the AFC West to watch and really come on strong is going to be the San Diego Chargers.
Okay. So I'm going to counter that. We got a couple teams, correct?
Yeah, we do. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to counter that with the San Francisco 49ers. Jimmy G. They got Lynch and GM. They got the new coach over there. I mean, I like everything that's going on. They're very positive over there now. And I know they just won 5 in a row. I know you can't get too hyped over that, especially when they was already out the playoffs. But I believe in Jimmy G, bro. I believe in Jimmy. I'm a Jimmy G believer. Being behind Tom Brady for 4 or 5 years, paying his dues with the Belichick system, Jimmy G is ready right now. Playoffs. I'm going to say they're going to make the playoffs.
I can't get behind that, and it's nothing against Garoppolo, but this is San Francisco we're talking about. I just don't see them.
They got a lot of talent, though.
Honestly, I just don't see them having enough. Now, let's look at what's.
They picked up Sherman. They picked up a few guys. Foster's coming back.
Hold on, but you picked up Sherman off of a Achilles, off of a torn Achilles tendon. That's not something to come back easily from, But what I am saying is, think about who you do have in the NFC West.
Right.
You still have Seattle.
I think Seattle's tanking.
You still have Arizona. The Cardinals are still
I think
there.
they're tanking still.
But you have the Rams.
You
have the Rams.
That's the team to beat in that division.
They bulked up on defense. They got better on offense.
No, they did.
So honestly, my team coming out of the NFC West is going to be the
Rams. I agree with you.
But I'm not completely sold on Garoppolo just yet. I think he still needs to really prove a lot to me and to a lot of people, because you got your money. And we've seen what happens in San Francisco when you give the quarterback a whole lot of money. They basically take a poop on you. Kaepernick.
Yeah, but this guy changed the culture in that locker room in just 5 games.
But think about who he was playing against. Now, granted, these guys are still NFL players. But they basically...
they beat a few good teams. They beat Tennessee. They beat Jacksonville.
They beat Jacksonville's second team. They didn't beat Jacksonville.
Jacksonville's first team played the whole first half, and they whacked them in the first half. Then
they beat Jacksonville's third-string preseason team.
No.
This is different. This is different because Jacksonville pretty much had their spot solidified. They knew this,
but they played the first half. I watched that game.
Like I said, I can't give them that.
Okay,
I can't give him that.
I respect
so what I'm anxious to see is now that
because you don't think they're gonna have a better record than last year. That's what you're telling me.
They may. But they still have to get out of their own conference. You said they're going to make the playoffs. You believe they're going to make the playoffs. They have to get out of that conference.
Okay.
Because no matter how you look at it, Seattle's still tough on defense. Even with what they lost, you still have Arizona, who's also tough. Fitzgerald's still there. They got their running back from injury.
Coach is gone. There's too many things going on.
Honestly, I really think that Frisco is going to be fighting for third or second place.
Okay.
I don't think they're going to make the playoffs this year. I think they're going to have a letdown.
Okay.
I really do.
So I got them in the playoffs. You don't. Okay. Who's the next team you
I will
expect?
say the Cleveland Browns. I think the Cleveland Browns are going to show a lot of people different than what they showed.
I mean, they 0-16. I mean, you figure they can only go up.
No.
You got to give me more than that. You can't just say they're going to have a better season. Give me how many wins you think they're going to have.
If you let me finish, I will.
No. I'm not going to let you finish because you're going to try to
can't say you can't say give me something and then say I ain't going to let you finish.
Give me something. Don't just say they're going to have a 0-16. They can only go up.
Al, if you watched a lot of those games last year, it's not like they just got blew out the water. They didn't. They were in a lot of those.
Choked in every game.
They were in a lot of those games.
And
they were either regardless of if they choked or not, they were still in it. They were still competitive.
Give the viewers how many wins you think. I'm predicting 6.
I will go
5.5.
I will go on the limb and say 7.
Okay.
I'm gonna go on the limb and say the Cleveland Browns
will go to the book and make that bet because they got them 5.5.
Yeah, no, I'll do that. I'll put
you like that many to win. Yeah, you like 7. That's like an automatic win.
No worries. So that's where I'm at with the Cleveland Browns. You got a good squad coming in.
Yeah.
But there's
Mayfield, I like the Tyrod Taylor.
Tyrod Taylor's going to be your starter.
Jabril Peppers hopefully will show up on defense.
I agree with you.
What's the number 1 pick? What's his name? Miles. The number 1 pick last year, the big boy on the line.
Oh, defense.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, either way, they're definitely going to roll through. So I think Cleveland's going to come out and show something different for everybody.
Okay, let me get the last one before we go on the break real quick. I like the Giants. Giants were like, 3-13. I'm predicting the Giants to win 8 to 9 games. If you got them 8 in the Superbook for future wins, take it. Don't take anything over 8. Giants will win more. They solidify their offensive line. Saquon Barkley, Eli's going to play, with more courage and more confidence because now he knows he has talent around him. Eli feeds off of talent. When the talent starts disintegrating is when he starts playing bad. Take the Giants over. They will have a better season.
Oh, and shouts out, my bad, Myles Garrett.
That's Myles Garrett. Thanks for getting that.
My producers were in my ear, on the mic, let me know.
He's got to step up.
I think he will. I think he will.
Because he played like really bad last year.
I think he will. But I will tell you, come back. There's something important that we're going to touch on, so you don't want to miss this conversation.
You don't.
On the Pickup Show, baby.
Go nowhere.
Hey, welcome back to the Pickup Show. Again, Big Dot, Al York from Al York Sports. We do have a topic that we do want to discuss. Personally, I'm just giving my personal opinion. I'm extremely tired of talking about it, but at the same time, it's something very important that I think everybody has their own view on. So, Al?
Yeah, basically, we're going to go back to the national anthem. I couldn't get specifics. I was reading up, and what I'm hearing is like a couple players are still going to kneel, knowingly they're going to be getting fined. And they don't care if they get fined. They're gonna just kneel during the national anthem. Me personally, I think it's wrong. I think they should take that to the locker room because they already proved their point. This was done already. Now I want to hear my boy DOC's take on this because he's got a lot to say about this, and I'm just interested myself.
I've spoken on this before. Just like beating a dead horse, because everybody's going to have their own opinion on it. Everybody's going to have their own view on it. Whatever your view is yours, and it's yours alone. Me, myself, I see no problem with the kneeling. It is a silent protest. People say that they're offending the vets or things of that nature.
Let me stop you real quick. They're already beyond that. So now that's why he's setting these fines up.
So again,
no, listen to me. You're trying to be funny. I'm being serious.
I'm being serious.
Listen. they on level 2 is what I'm trying to say now. And you still all right with the kneeling after going through level 2? That's what you're telling me? There's not a point that the players just go, you know what? We made our point. Let's move on.
What point did they make?
The point they made, Kaepernick and them made a point where they were kneeling.
What was the point that they made? Because now what you're looking at is you took something that was peaceful, you took something that was silent, and you turned it into something that it shouldn't have been in the first place.
Right.
This was not about the flag. This was not about the vets. This was not about any of that.
It was
a silent protest. It wasn't even about Black Lives Matter. It was just a silent protest of injustice. Right. Period. So once your commander-in-chief, because I'm not going to call him the other word,
right?
Once he decided to stick his nose into it, that got everybody riled up. Everybody riled up. And they turned something that was a peaceful protest into something that it shouldn't have been. Right. They turned it into, he's disrespecting this, he's disrespecting that. No, he's not. He's disrespecting a vet. I'm a vet. I served 14 years United States Navy. Proudly. And I was not offended. I was at an event the other day. The national anthem was played. I did not stand up. I didn't kneel, but I didn't stand up. So it's not more so of disrespecting anything. There's no disrespect. You're not stopping the game from being played. I can understand if his protest was before the game was played, he ran on the field, took the football and the tee, and then took off.
Okay, I agree with you. But the other parties, whoever they are, feels it is a disrespect. So now you got yourself and a lot of others thinking it's not, but then you have other people that think it is. So how do we salvage this?
You know what? For the ones that feel that protesting an injustice, that protesting someone being mistreated or murdered in cold blood, but getting no repercussion as to what you've done because we've entrusted you with the authority to protect and serve our neighborhood. So for those of you who feel offended, let your child get killed. Let your grandfather get killed. Let your grandmother get killed. Let it land on your doorstep. And then you tell me how you feel. Tell me if you're not going to go out there and march. See, you can sit here and easily say, oh, well, I feel offended because he's disrespecting the flag until something happens to you. Until it happens to you. It always differs. You always have your opinion until something hits home with you.
I concur. And tell them that other stuff you told me that I love that.
The national anthem, the American national anthem, United States of America national anthem has 3 verses. You only hear one.
Which one of the 3?
You hear the very beginning.
Okay.
You hear the very beginning. Now, what I will say is that 3rd verse, and I will read it off to you. I have it written down. No refuge could save the hireling and slave, who were slaves back then, from the terror of flight or the gloom of the grave, and the star-spangled banner in a triumph doth wave, o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Basically, that's letting you know we're going to kill slaves and there's nothing you can do about it.
Wow.
We are going to kill you black people. There's nothing that could save. There's nothing. You can go where you want. You can hide where you want. We're going to find you. We're going to kill you from the terror of flight. So if you run away, we're going to track you down and kill you, or the gloom of the grave. Who is that written for? Who is it written by? But you want me to stand for that. You want me to remove my hat. You want me to put my hand over my heart for that.
He's saying it like it's supposed to be said. Not like the way they're saying it on ESPN, on Fox 1. DOC is telling you like it should be said.
So you can sit here and say what you want. You can feel how you want. You can follow Trump. The more the merrier. Follow him. That's fine. But just realize, like I said, until it happens to you, until you see your child laying dead on the ground for going home, and all you had was a pack of Skittles and fruit punch, you ain't got nothing to say to me.
I mean, Doc, not to bring this back, but they was hurt over the OJ, and they wasn't even related. They was hurt over that. Imagine, like you said it, if it hits home. like really hits home.
Well, you know what? You guys can be
like
hurt.
It hit home on us. It hit home a lot. I got a lot of friends that died through police.
Well, I mean,
our little man Pizza died. He got killed by a cop.
You can be upset about OJ getting away with it, but we can also get upset about Trayvon Martin. We can get upset about Emmett Till. We can get upset about Medgar Evers. We can get upset about Huey P. Newton, even though he was killed by a black person. But either way, there's a lot that we can get upset about. So be happy that we're peacefully protesting, because this could definitely turn into something that is not. But what I want to know is, where's Farrakhan? What are you doing? Where's Jesse Jackson? What are you doing?
I heard Farrakhan speak upon it, man.
Dude, talking about it and being there is two different things. Where are you at? Matter of fact,
some strong stuff. Matter of fact, if I
you know what? I don't care what you say, Farrakhan. You're pretty much based in Chicago, right? What's going on in your city right now? Where are you at? Umar Johnson. Where
do you expect Farrakhan to do? What can he do?
If you preach black unity,
besides talking, what can he do?
If you preach black unity, you better get your ass out there in them streets and do something about it. Back in the day, with the people that he dealt with the Malcolms, the Martins, the Medgars. These people were about their business. They went out into the streets to the people. Well, they didn't hide behind the nation and just talk.
Yeah, I gotta get you that work he was saying. He was saying like he's ready to take their lives like they taking our lives. That's how far he took it.
Man.
But we don't know if that's happened or not. He's not going to go on a bullhorn and just talk about that. You don't know what's really happening.
Did Charlie Manson take a life? Or did he send people out to do it? So I don't want to care. I don't care about what you say. I'm more focused on what you do. But again, no, I will not stand for the national anthem. And that's just the way I feel about it. If you feel differently, that is your right. That is your First Amendment right. Do what the hell you want, and I'm going to do the same. Al?
We'll be right back. The pickup show, you heard it from DOC.
Action.
Hey, welcome back, and again, we appreciate you tuning in. We actually have a special guest coming all the way from the East Coast via Skype.
Yes, sir.
Very special dude. Very much in tune with AAU basketball. Very extensive background in it. Actually, look out for him. He has a magazine. It's called Checkball Magazine. We have Mr. Littel Vaughn. We have Littel Vaughn here via Skype. Littel, how you doing, man? Welcome to the Pickup Show.
Good evening, man. I'm glad I'm on here. It's a good show. A lot of good topics. On the field, off the field, cultural, non-cultural. I'm glad I'm here. It's special to be here.
Appreciate that.
And anything y'all need from me on the East Coast, I'll give y'all information and vice versa. Finally got to meet y'all. I talked to you a few times on the phone.
Yeah.
But, I'm glad to meet y'all on the Skype, and we'll soon see each other in person.
No doubt.
Yes, sir.
So, hey, you said if we needed anything from you, that you do it, right? So what I need is some of that New York water, because I heard it's the water out there in New York that makes the pizza great.
Okay. New York is a big apple, the media capital of the world. Many stories. You know, my guy right there, he's from Manhattan. They got a lot going on in Manhattan, a lot of money down there.
Yep.
So, hey, Philly, we the first capital. There's some good things going on here. One thing we want to get rid of, though, slow it down, is crime. And that's all over the world, not just East Coast, West Coast.
Yeah.
All over the world, we want to try to slow that down if possible.
Indeed. So my question, you do a lot of coverage on AAU and basketball, as far as a lot of high schoolers and people that are coming up. You cover a lot of these tournaments. So my question to you, number one, is did you play yourself?
Yeah, I played at high school briefly at Washington High, where back in the late '80s we were a respectable team, not the best of the city.
Okay.
And I went on to JUCO at Richard Bland College in Virginia.
Okay.
Where we were in Region 19, and I was a solid defensive point guard. The jumper got better later, but my main strength was defensive passing.
Okay. So
getting the game from was a guy, Bo Cheeks, Jason Kidd, them got type of point guards. They don't really look to shoot that much in the era.
Well, what's actually cool with me, I mean, I have an AAU background myself. I'm not sure if you remember Mr. Izzy Washington, who ran Slam and Jam out in California. That was a real. Huh?
He passed away a few years ago.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Mr. Washington.
The Slam and Jam, started the Slam and Jam in the 70s, and he built a major platform up until a few years ago when he passed away.
Yeah, I was a very, 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 very good ball player within Slam and Jam. I definitely enjoyed it. It definitely meant a lot to me, and I really thank Mr. Washington, the late, great Mr. Washington, for giving me that opportunity. He gave a lot of kids a lot of different opportunities that they probably would not have been afforded had they not have been able to play. A lot of us basically stayed off the streets and on the court thanks to Mr. Washington. So that, I definitely owe him a debt of gratitude for everything that he did for us, as far as playing basketball. Now, with that being said, how did you get into covering AAU basketball?
Playing myself, being a late bloomer, Philadelphia had a league called the Sonny Hill League, which Izzy Washington, he kind of got a lot of the concepts from through a guy named Wall Hazard, rest in peace, who started UCLA.
I remember that name.
About the other Slam and Jam.
Right.
So coming up in the era, because later on in the era, and I'm from North Philadelphia, where there's a lot of ball players, a lot of things going on. Hank Amos from my neighborhood, Bo Kimball.
LMU.
Kimball.
So we had, I'm a young guy as I was getting better, and I love to compete. We had so many good players. I'm like, why he ain't in school? Why he not doing this? Why he not doing that? And then you talk about the early 90s, you talk about like, that's the drug era.
Right.
There's stuff going on. So I'm like, damn, why this boy good? Why he not doing this? Why he not doing that? And the Hill League was like our Slam and Jam.
Right. Okay.
So I took that concept, and in my neighborhood, on a smaller scale at the time, I created something like that. Now at the time, I'm not thinking about the business concept because I'm young, but I'm thinking about the passion of it. So what happened was they grew into some sponsorship, then to the platforms of the different leagues and the different mentoring that I started to do.
Okay.
Now, what really got me motivated was coming out west, keeping it 100. So once I came out west coast, I was like, I want to go to Cali. I'm going to go to Cali.
Everybody want to go to Cali.
Any specific reasons, though?
I mean, because there was players that were older than me, like Hank Bowen now, Pooh Richardson, some guys that was at JUCO. They went out to some guys that was my age, and I was just as good. And I'm like, how they gonna do what? Because they went out Cali, and they got that exposure, and they got backing.
Right.
I'm like, damn, but is they that good? So then as I got a little older, I went out there to visit, and met some friends and stuff, and they went to JUCOs out there. I helped a few of them get out there, and I seen what y'all did. I seen how y'all have your platform set up. Well, in fact, when I think I was about 20, I witnessed. I seen the Slam and Jam. So, in fact, that day I seen it, I met Kenny Bruner. I met him and T-Shawn Prince the same day.
Okay.
And then later on, a friend of mine, I met her in the Lakewood Mall, right? Started dating a little bit, but we don't got to get to that. She cotton. So I'm in the Lakewood Mall, and I'm getting the grub, and I heard about Schea, because David Spencer recruited Hank and Bo. He mentioned Schea, and then he was on in Slam and Sports Illustrated and all that. Matter of fact, I'm in this documentary.
Schea?
On this documentary just called Man Child. So we got pretty cool. His brother James.
Yeah.
And I might even see you, because I know some people that played at Linwood. There's a guy at Long Beach State I think played at Linwood.
You talking about Joaquin? You talking about Hawk? Either Joaquin, Deshaun, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think his wife named Kim.
That's Joaquin.
Right.
Yeah, that's Hawk.
Okay, so,
yeah, Joaquin Hawkins.
Right. So the California being keeping it 100, like I said prior, the California scene and setup inspired me to have me think things in a different way of how things are done.
Right.
To the East Coast, we do things different. Y'all do things different. But over and all, it's still trying to help the next generation. And then that's how I kind of got involved in the aspect of doing some things what we talking about on the grassroots side. Now with what you were saying earlier in terms of the era you come from, it was phenomenal out there with talent. And saying without area, it's just that we didn't have a media hype or exposure that y'all had, and plus y'all kind of was like they talked about Cali being like soft, but it depends on what area you talk about. I thought there was more finesse players out there that could shoot the ball, was athletic, and once they put that grime in their game like Barron and Kenny, it was over with. And now y'all taking over the league.
Well, what I will say, one of the things that California did have, and I'm blessed to actually been able to play in both of them. It was Superstar Camp, and people came from all over the world to play in Superstar Camp. That was at Cal State UC Santa Barbara. I was gonna say Cal State, UC Santa Barbara. That was something very major. And then the other one was the Dana Pump Camp. So those two, and they went down in the summer, So we have people coming from everywhere to play in those two particular camps, as well as the Las Vegas Summer Leagues. So this has been going on for quite some time, and I think that it's been more mediatized, if that's a word to use, but from where it was to where it is now, I think it's doing somewhat of an injustice to our kids. And the reason I say that is because they're bringing it, I don't know, where it was more so about pure talent, and people like really out there grinding. We always knew who the players were, and we knew where they were. I think it's different now. They're getting more exposure, but now what you have now is more people that are like really trying to dig their claws and get into these kids. But we're going to get into that in a hot second. All right, so hang on, Littel.
Okay,
we'll be right back on the pickup show. More from Littel.
Tell, I'm going nowhere.
All right, welcome back to the Pickup Show with your host, Big Doc, my man Al York, and then our special guest, Mr. Littel Vaughn.
Yes, sir.
All the way from the East Coast. Being nice enough to actually Skype in and be on the show. Before we left, Littel, we were actually talking about a few of the camps that we actually that I got to play in and dealt with a lot of the ball players, and now how the media is kind of taking it over, where they're spotlighting certain players. So I think that now more than ever, and I think that Schea Cotton is one person, and you'll see it in this documentary because I actually got to watch Schea Cotton. I played with Schea Cotton. I played with James Cotton. What they did to Schea was wrong. But at the same time, what Schea did to himself was wrong. Because Schea wasn't humble. Schea was more so entitled. So when the things didn't go his way, he kind of pushed. He pushed in a way that he shouldn't have. And I think that really played a part into how he ended up as far as his basketball career. Because he was a damn good player. He was definitely a man-child. Like, the way that he was built, Schea Cotton was LeBron before LeBron actually got there. And he was LeBron in high school.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah. The body that LeBron has now, Schea had that in high school.
Oh, wow.
And he was left-handed.
Wow.
He was nice. And he had hops. Ridiculous hops.
Yeah, he just wasn't 6'9".
No, he wasn't, but he was strong. He was strong as Knox. Well, I mean, it could be because his daddy held him back a year. But regardless of fact, he was strong as an ox, man. And I'll always give him shots. He was a damn good ball player, man. He was a damn good ball player. I just wish that his talent could have materialized a lot more than what it did. I think Schea could have been one of the great ones.
We got a lot of guys like that in every sport that could have been one of the greatest.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree with that. But Littel, man, tell us about Checkball magazine before we get up out of here.
I got one for him too.
Oh, okay. Oh, my bad. Hold on. Before you do that, Al, go ahead.
Yeah. I'm gonna get you out your comfort zone a little bit, Littel. I'm gonna shoot you two names, and you just tell me immediately what comes out of your dome piece, man. Pearl Washington.
Duane Pearl Washington out of Brownsville. I know him pretty well. Rest in peace. He died a few years ago. talented player. I was young when he played in Syracuse.
There you go.
But he had that head and shoulder shake and bake, shake you up, and then give you the smile and could score. In that era, he was the most exciting guard in college basketball. His NBA career wasn't as good as people expected.
That's what I wanted to see if you knew. I know you knew that other stuff, but that's what I want to hear.
Based on the playgrounds of Brooklyn, from all my people tell me that when he played in the parks in that era, everybody came to see him.
Yeah, Pearl was that dude.
Now he got his name from a Philly guy though, Earl of Pearl Morrell.
There you go.
I got to meet Earl in 2001 up in Syracuse, and we became close friends. And I talked to him about he died in 2016. I talked to him, I think, 2015 when he was doing some stuff with the TBT. But he was a good dude off the court, and I didn't know him when he was, that guy.
Right. No, you know of him. I expect you. You're a student of the game. I expect you.
Well, hold on, because I can't allow the next question to go out because right now my partner's trying to stump you.
No, I'm not.
He said he gonna bring you out your comfort zone. There's no out of your comfort zone.
No. What I'm trying to get out of him is he's answering all your questions with ease. I just want to get him out the norm, which I knew he knew this, but I want him to get detailish, which he is.
I get
which
that.
he is, by the way.
No.
I got another name for you because we got to get off the air real soon. And this is easy if you know your stuff. Earl Manigault.
They call him the GOAT.
There you go.
We had a movie called Rebound.
Don Cheadle.
Promoted well from the Rucker in the 60s era. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar said he was the best player ever. I met his grandson a while back. But from what I'm hearing, the people, my OGs tell me he was a great leaper, but not really skilled. But they say he was great. Matter of fact, Pee Wee Kirkland, who I'm doing an event with next week in Philly,
nice.
he told me, he was a little after Earl, but he said Earl was good, but it was more about his athleticism than his overall skill set.
Got you. I just got one name. I don't got his own name, but this guy was making noise back in the days. You ever heard of a Yoda?
Yoda's the name familiar, but not.
Yeah, Yoda was like. I never got his whole name, but
he trained Jedis.
No, Yoda was official, man, basketball uptown Manhattan and all that.
So wait, he came from indoor and played basketball at the Rucker? Yoda?
He played everywhere uptown, man.
So he trained Jedis and played basketball.
Shut off.
Well, either way, just a couple of issues, but Littel, man, thank you for coming on to the Pickup Show. Definitely gonna be checking out Checkball magazine. Look for that.
Yes, sir.
It's been a blessing, man. Actually, I'm looking forward to actually meeting you when you come out here to Vegas. Welcome back to the Pickup Show. Hope you enjoyed that interview with Littel Vaughn. Make sure you check out Checkball magazine.
Yes,
support
sir.
that brother. He's definitely doing something good for the youth out there playing basketball from the East Coast to the West Coast and everywhere in between.
Doing it with passion
because we love it, man. So
Yeah.
definitely check him out and support him. Thanks for coming on.
For sure.
You have an announcement to make. Something special went down in baseball today.
Yes. Bartolo Colon of the Texas Rangers got his 246th career win, making him the all-time leader from all Latino pitchers, and he just surpassed Dennis Martinez, a.k.a. El Presidente. So this is big news for Latino guys like myself. Salute to Bartolo. The guy's like 47 years old. I don't know how he keeps doing it. Future Hall of Famer. Congratulations, Bartolo Colon. Now we're going to immediately jump to a topic that I want all of y'all to really listen to. We're going to jump into the Drew League. Which is basically like the Ruckus in the East Coast, but it's in the West Coast.
Yes, it is.
So Big Doc's going to guide you on the Drew League story. Tune in.
Something real stupid went down at the Drew League. this past weekend. Now, I will say, it is where it is, but it's a very good league. They do a very good thing out there in L.A.
Doc, how long this league been going for?
Drew League's been going on for years.
As long as like the Ruckus? Because Ruckus been for years.
About the 70s. It started.
I'm surprised I really never heard of it.
Well, it didn't get the notarization that the Rucker got, but everybody in L.A.
I thought you was gonna make me look stupid right now. Like, where you been at, Al?
No. It didn't get the recognition that the Rucker did, but at the same time, everybody in L.A. knew about the Drew.
He's got some ballers in there.
Yeah, big time.
Okay.
So what I will say is, for everything good that they do, you're always going to have an idiot, and unfortunately, this idiot is a well-known idiot. Game, the rapper.
The game.
Triple H didn't like him call himself the Game, so he had to take the off and just now.
Oh, it's just straight Game?
Yeah, just
okay.
Jason, better yet. Look, fam, we understand that you want to be this hardcore gangster guy, and you have this persona that you want to keep up and things of that nature. Unfortunately.
Damn.
But look, the first time you did it, you sucker punched a cop. You got yourself in trouble for that. At the Drew. This time you sucker punched one of your own teammates. But the bad part about it, in both instances that you sucker punched both of these people, neither one of them fell. Explain
so you ain't got a one-hitter quitter then?
No. The only time that you beat up somebody, like that you really beat up somebody that we saw, is when you did that to 40 Glock. But that's off of what I'm talking about.
Right.
Look, man, you really need to realize what you're doing and understand that people are watching you. Kids are watching you. The Drew League is not there for that. It's there for competition. You're there to compete. You're there to have fun. At the end of the day, the Drew League is about love. What you did, really embarrassed yourself.
God, I'm a little lost, though.
What?
He beat up his teammate?
Yeah, he sucker punched his teammate.
I could see if you went after the opposing team.
No, he sucker punched his teammate.
Over what? Because he didn't get the ball?
I'm not sure what the argument was about, but you can see him on the tape. They're kind of bantering back and forth. And
he punched him from the back, right?
No. He walked up to him to the side. But if me and you were teammates, you wouldn't expect me to punch you.
Yeah, I agree.
Nah, he walked up to him. They were sitting there talking, and he hit him.
With everybody there.
Yeah, but the thing is, they square up, right? From there, squaring up, and I'm thinking, okay, Game said he boxes. I'm waiting to see what he can do, right? This joker puts his head down and does one of these numbers.
Start swimming.
Yeah. What really kills me is somebody came out of the crowd, which was a serious punk move, and you can see him kind of sizing dude up to make sure he didn't turn around, throws a sucker punch to the back of the dude's head. Dude falls.
So now they rush him.
Yeah, they try to pack him out. But somebody picked him up, you know what I'm saying, and kind of got him out of there. But what I'm going to say, honestly, man, that's some punk stuff, man.
It's bad luck, man.
Real talk. If you man enough to sucker punch somebody, then you best be man enough to take that fade. Honestly, I think you were going to lose because who fights with their head down? Game. You say you're a real street dude, but you fight with your head down. Game. Shame on you, Jason. What's your issue? You know what I'm saying? How about we get back to what the Drew League is about, which is playing basketball. I have somebody that goes to the Drew League every week, watches a game. Very good friend of mine. He told me about your team. You guys will play ball, but when the game gets close or if you guys are losing, then you come into that whole gangster, try to intimidate people. Man, knock that off, man.
Right.
And realize where you sitting. You think because of who you are that people won't roll you up? You ain't the hardest dude walking the street, gang. Sorry, man. That's just honest to God's truth.
Damn, it's sad to hear that because I thought by now he made change. Because I heard of this 10, 15 years ago.
Man, I ain't worried about that cat, man. But either way.
Why they even got him in the league, though?
Because he plays basketball. A lot of people play in the Drew, man. From stars
but you
to
know how he is, though. Do the Drew League need him like that?
Well, I think he's probably going to be on his way out after this one.
I hope so, man. Because what you're telling me about whole things about the Drew League, it's a bad look.
All right. Well, either way, game, you embarrass yourself, you embarrass your team, and you embarrass the Drew League. Well, actually, you embarrass yourself because the Drew League is going to keep going. You embarrass yourself. But that's pretty much all we have for this week, man, because we gotta save some for Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday's coming.
Yeah, I still got a lot of stuff, but let's push it over to Sunday.
Sunday's coming.
Yeah,
man.
I keep heat, though. I keep heat, but we're going to put some of that heat for Sunday.
Well, no, we got to give you guys something for Sunday. We got to bring you one more. We can't just give you the whole steak. We're going to give you a little corner of it and then have you come back and get the rest.
You want to give them the fat part?
Well, it's the fat that makes the steak good. I'm gonna get you a steak and a pork chop.
No chops.
Well,
No chops.
I eat it. Well, we eat the pork together. It's all good.
Oh.
But definitely and if you do notice, I'm wearing something special today. Shows that I did go to college, I did pledge, I did graduate. Shouts out to my fraternity, Phi Beta Sigma. Most importantly, my brother, Dana Williams, who actually got married on Tuesday. Still upset because you got married on a Tuesday. Who gets married on a Tuesday? But congratulations to you and your wife, Michelle. I wore this, because of y'all. So
Indeed.
Definitely congratulations. I was very honored to be there at the wedding, be in it. So just wanted to give that shout out. Safe travels home. What you got, Al?
Basically, salute all the Vegas teams. The Knights, the Aces, the Raiders. We're going to bring the Raiders all in cheaters this weekend. I can't wait for you guys. You guys better show out because we showing out. So just meet what we doing and everybody happy, man. And shout out to the LES. I love y'all all. Thank you.
Shouts out to Cali from Gardena, Raleigh Park, all the way to the Fabulous 50s, baby. You know we love you. It's the Pickup Show. Make sure you tune in on Sunday because it's going down.
Live taping.
See you later.
Yes, sir.